be an understatement to describe Roger Huerta as a rising star. To earn his 4th win of 07, he will have to conquer unbeaten Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world champion Alberto Crane. Every night can be a tough night in the UFC lightweight division, something Roger Huerta has learned the hard way as he's pounded out 4 octagon victories. Tonight, unbeaten Alberto Crane will get his first dose of life in the lightweight fast lane as he looks to stop the rapid ascent of El Matador.
And this is my shot. This is my opportunity. I'm not going to let anybody take that away from me.
I'm not looking past Alberto. I want to whoop him. I want to whoop him bad.
With 3 wins already in the bank in 2007, Roger Huerta has been one of the most active fighters in the sport today. But even though he has garnered a Sports Illustrated cover and respect as a future title contender with his wins over John Halverson, Leonard Garcia, and Doug Evans, the only thing that matters for El Matador is getting another win tonight.
There's a lot of hype on Roger Huerta, how tough he is. But if we go to the ground, I catch him in a position, he is not getting out of that position, bottom line. I'm a world-class jiu-jitsu finisher, and I finish fights.
Alberto Crane thinking that all this hype has gone through my head is he obviously doesn't know nothing about me. Okay, fine, you're a world-class jiu-jitsu, but as a fighter, I'm better than you as a fighter.
Alberto Crane, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu ace with an impressive 8-0 record, will look to put Roger Huerta to the test when the bell rings tonight. But he does not plan on going about things in the conventional way in this his UFC debut, as this decorated ground fighter would like nothing better than to end the fight with a move that no one, especially Huerta, even sees coming.
He's coming in here to my house to try to take something away from me, and that's trying to defeat me. But I'm sorry, not against me.
Our tale of the tape for this lightweight matchup. Huerta 7 years younger than Alberto Crane. He has a 2-inch reach advantage. Once again with our official introductions, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Steve Mazzagatti.
Steve Mazzagatti, our referee. In this battle between Roger Huerta and Alberto Crane. Crane has competed at the highest level in the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Now he will take on this young man on a serious rise in Roger Huerta.
Good inside leg kick by Crane.
Crane eats a right. Huerta really likes to push forward. And an inside leg kick by Roger Huerta.
Yeah, Roger Huerta's conditioning is excellent.
That straight kick became world famous when it graced the cover of Sports Illustrated. And he's changing his stance, too. Back and forth is Huerta.
Alberto Crane's got a leg. He rolls. He's got a foot lock.
You know, Crane, as you mentioned, undeniably one of the greatest of all time in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Roger Huerta's got his back here.
It would be a heck of an accomplishment, Joe. Pardon me, if Huerta actually submitted Alberto Crane.
Yeah, but he's got to be careful that Crane doesn't roll him into side control here. Yeah, if Crane can keep a hold of those legs and control him and pull the legs up and force his body back, then he's going to have Roger Huerta in side control. But Roger's doing a good job here. He's going for a Kimura, and he rolls.
Roger Huerta looking for the submission.
Huerta's got his back here. This would be unprecedented if he could get him in a submission.
Crane unbeaten in mixed martial arts. Huerta with an extremely impressive record of 21-1.
This is bad for Roger Huerta, though. Crane has his back now.
90 seconds in.
What you got to be careful with when you're going with a guy like Alberto Crane is in the scrambles. When his jiu-jitsu is at such a high level that any little tiny mistakes that you might be able to make in the gym with other, less competent training partners, those little holes are going to show up big time against a guy like Crane. Jiu-jitsu is so technical, and Alberto Crane is at the top of the heap.
He has won all but one of his fights by submission.
And what he said in the pre-fight introduction was if he holds a position, if he gets him in a position, he's not going to get out of it. And that's what we're seeing right here. Look at the squeeze here. Slowly tightening, slowly inching that left leg. See how he's got his toes curled? He's forcing that left leg in. Roger Huerta's turning around, though.
Roger Huerta escapes, and now he is trying to get into top position.
Roger's going to pull out of that, I'm sure. He's not going to want good sprawl.
Huerta.
Good punches from the top by Huerta.
Huerta's got to be careful, though, very cautious, as you said, Joe, when he's throwing down. He doesn't overextend and leave an arm or a leg available.
He's doing a great job so far, though. And that's the one thing, the difference between just straight jiu-jitsu and MMA is those punches.
Absolutely.
They open up opportunities to escape.
And as you said, Crane tries to...
He's got to watch his arm.
Crane loves to transition from submission attempt to submission attempt.
In rolling out of that arm, he had to give up that position. Now he's on his back. And not quite side control. He's got legs in front of him.
Huerta facing a heck of an opponent and a heck of a challenge here tonight in Alberto Crane.
Good job by Huerta in keeping half guard there. He locked a hold of Alberto Crane's leg and held it in place. Now he's turning, and then he gets butterflies in. Now he's got full guard. Oh, nope, half guard. So Crane's on the side. Now Crane wants to get his right leg out. He did. Nope, he's still tucked in there. He's going to try to force his right leg out from in between Roger Huerta's two legs, and then he'll be in a dominant position. And he's got it. There he goes. Now he's in side control, and as Roger turns, he gives his back up. He's got to be very careful here. This is what we're talking about, things you can get away with lesser competition. Giving your back up to a guy like Alberto Crane is very, very dangerous, especially if Crane can connect his two hands. If he can clasp his hands together, then he's got Roger Huerta's back. He rolls over. That right arm is what he's looking to choke with.
And based on the credentials as well, Joe, it obviously neutralizes any advantage Huerta has if this becomes a jiu-jitsu match. If you're going to exchange submission attempts, then Alberto Crane could very well get the advantage. But Huerta doing a great job here avoiding in round one, under a minute remains.
Excellent defense by Roger Huerta.
And every time he gets into this position, he starts throwing down. And he connected that time.
There.
And a big shot by Huerta.
Alberto Crane's got to control Roger Huerta's posture. He can't let him rain down shots like that. Roger Huerta looking to pass.
Punch to the face changes the game.
Guillotine. He's got to be careful.
He's got the close guard.
His head's high enough that it's going to pop out.
And Huerta does.
Oh, big mouse under his eye.
That was from one of the big shots. Might have been the right hand. Could have been the left hand that Huerta just threw.
Now, right now, he can still see out of that
had to be the right hand.
But as time goes on and the next round gets on, that easily could close up, and he could have a hard time seeing out of it.
The advantages you've talked about many times, at least the blood flow is underneath the eye. So the blood won't affect the vision, at least for now, but the swelling very well could. In Roger Huerta's growth, if you will, he continues to impress every single fight, and he has definitely impressed us so far here tonight. Second round underway.
Great first round for Roger Huerta. He was in the fire, in trouble, and pulled out of it with flying colors. And landed some great shots and some more great shots on Alberto Crane. Alberto's going for a leg here. But he's got to be very careful. When you commit to a leg, you'll leave your face exposed. When you've got two arms and two legs locking around someone's leg, but he can also use that to sweep him. Roger Huerta's doing a great job of avoiding these submissions and landing a lot of punishing blows.
Whenever he gets any type of top position, he is raining down punishment.
You know, he said something in the pre-fight thing about Alberto Crane being great at jiu-jitsu, but this isn't jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
This is really the difference.
And that mouse under his left eye is absolutely swelling quickly.
Yeah, that looks
That's
like
nasty.
That looks fake. It looks like Rocky. Looks like somebody glued it on his face.
Fake.
Rocky.
No, all five of them.
All right,
or was it 6?
All right, look at Alberto Crane is going for an omoplata at the same time as a footlock. The omoplata, though, he doesn't have control of the arm, but in defending it, he can lock a hold of that footlock and use that footlock to sweep him. Roger Huerta doing a good job of avoiding that. See, again, he locks the omoplata, but he doesn't have the arm across.
You know, this is actually interesting to watch, Joe, in the fact that we see Huerta so much, exchange on the feet. We're seeing how really, truly developed he is in the ground game right here.
Yeah, his ground game, his defense is very impressive to me. I mean, he had Alberto Crane's back. He's gotten out of some really bad positions, but he's in a bad position right now. Alberto's got him in side control. But you got to take into account that Alberto Crane has taken some punishing shots, and we don't know how much of an effect that's going to have on his endurance. Takes a shot from the bottom right there.
That was a head. Watch your head.
Steve Mazzagatti warns him.
Huerta loves to take men down and then wail on him. And that, as we mentioned before, can be dangerous if you expose yourself to an Alberto Crane. But, Joe, you pointed out he hasn't done it yet tonight.
Yeah, Alberto Crane gave him some space there to have him roll and went to take his back, and he's got that one arm trapped on the right side. He's got his right arm trapped in between his two legs in the crucifix position, but when they're so slippery like this, he's gonna pop out, and there he does. There's such a difference between training with the gi, the jiu-jitsu positions that you can hold, and what you can hold when a guy is sweaty.
Oh, good straight kick by
shot.
Huerta. UFC 74 respect here tonight.
What's really impressing me is the conditioning of Roger Huerta. He's keeping this furious pace, but if you look at the guy, he's like barely breathing heavy. Clearly, he's putting in some quality time in the gym.
Doing a great job with Dave Monet, former UFC champion.
Roger Huerta's just raining bombs down here. Alberto Crane just keeps trying for submissions.
I mean, this kid has it all. He's got the story, the childhood. He's got the looks, the personality. He could own this world, this UFC world, if he continues to win fights.
He's obviously prepared very well, but he's got to be careful. He got rolled over here. He's in spiderweb control. He's got to watch out for his right arm here.
And lots of time left in the round.
Crane's got that arm.
Can he finish it?
If he can separate Roger Huerta's hands here.
It looks like Huerta's going to get out, Joe.
Yeah, his right arm is popped out through in between the legs. So now what Alberto Crane's doing is he's waiting for the scramble. He's waiting for Roger Huerta to move and try to get to a better position so that he can improve his own position. He'll hold on to the leg, to the arm rather, and then there's the scramble, and he stays on top. This is a technical chess match. Good job by Roger Huerta there. And look the conditioning of Roger Huerta is so impressive. Look at him. I mean, he's not even breathing heavy.
That is the amazing thing about our athletes in the UFC today. You want to talk about the greatest athletes in the world? Take a look at what these guys are doing for the better part of 10 minutes now. And Huerta seems unfazed.
Huerta with the mount. Now that to me is a sign of fatigue. That Alberto Crane did this and now is giving up his back like this. That's a sign to me that he's exhausted. It's the punishing blows of Roger Huerta, the pace that Roger's setting.
And in big trouble now is Alberto Crane. He might survive because time will expire. Huerta.
He's still got 15 seconds to go. He's got to be very careful here. He's exhausted. I mean, you can see it in his face. He's very, very tired.
10 seconds left in the round.
And Roger Huerta says, come on, stand up.
We're going to make it to round 3.
Wow, look how exhausted
Crane really needs this minute to recover. He is in big trouble.
Beaten down. That guy is very tired. And Roger Huerta looks like he just started. I mean, incredible conditioning by Roger.
Okay. Next time you do that, just back up.
He's tired too. Come on, Alberto.
He has no, his head nowhere.
Huerta's conditioning in this fight has definitely been his submission defense. It's been top notch.
Finish him now. You want to finish him, right?
Yeah.
Huerta continues to move up.
Do it then.
Big smile on the face of Roger Huerta. He feels very comfortable with where this fight is right now.
Fight, Alberto? Okay, right there.
Third and final round.
That is a horrible mouse under Alberto Crane's eye. Sunglasses at the after party tonight.
You got that right. Huerta looks exactly the same as he did at the beginning of the fight.
He throws a body kick, and he's I mean, just so tired. Even throwing that kick, he fell down right afterwards.
Huerta leads with the left leg now. Good body kick.
Alberto Crane's got to hold the leg, but pops it right back out.
And the thing is, as fatigued as he is, any type of leverage, anything like that, may not work too well, Joe, just because he doesn't have the strength to hold on anymore.
The problem, too, is even if he can take him down, he can't hold him down. Roger Huerta's in such excellent condition, he just explodes and pops right out of every position. The crowd's booing, but, I mean, I don't know what they expect Alberto Crane to do. The dude's beaten down. And you know what? To Roger Huerta's credit, he keeps putting himself in harm's way. That's why his leg is caught right here.
That's Roger Huerta.
Because he jumps into the fire.
Absolutely. Puts himself at risk by fighting so wide open.
Alberto's got his back here, though. Roger's got to be very careful.
Stay off the back of the head, Roger.
In this scramble, he did. He switched positions. Now he's got both double underhooks around Roger's back.
You know, the great thing here is Huerta's actually looking at the big screen to see where Alberto Crane is on his back. and he connected with some punches. He was seeing Crane's positioning from the big screens here in the arena.
Alberto's got to keep tight to his body, and in this scramble, but he's got to be big elbows.
Look at that. He absolutely is utilizing what is a rear view mirror.
This is a first. We've never seen this before.
That redefines intelligence.
Good job by Huerta, and now Huerta's mounted him.
How good was that?
That was very intelligent.
I mean, there are big screens in here.
This might be it. He's pounded. That's it.
It is all over.
That is a very impressive victory for Roger Huerta.
Roger Huerta is 5-0 in the UFC.
Really showing some growth and improvement.
Alberto Crane.
Great heart.
And a big smile on the face of El Matador, 24-year-old Roger Huerta. Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 50 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by TKO, Roger El Matador Huerta.